Good afternoon. Love this picture of Henry Laxson on the program. He's always smiling, but the few times that I noticed that he wouldn't smile is if you made a reference to his butt. He had a big butt, and I would always joke with him in reference to that. I told him, Laxson, I think you was born to be a girl. Like you got like large butt. I remember one time we got a uniform allowance, so he went and got new pants. It was like really shiny. I was like, bro, what? Put that away. You know what I mean? Like put that away. But listen, praise be to God, the Father of our Lord Jesus Christ. Right? My name is Willie Marshall, and I bring salutation and my deepest condolences from the Marshall family, from my spiritual family at United Church. This morning, or this afternoon, and for many, many more mornings, we'll mourn with you. We'll mourn with those who mourn, and I echo what the preacher said, that you're not alone, okay? We're not going to be alone in this. Henry Laxson is the best ever, the best ever. Not just cop, right? The best friend that you could hope for. And I have a feeling that you know that, or you wouldn't be here. Not in this mass, not in this capacity, not with such great honor. I met Henry Laxson while matriculating through the recruiting process at the Clayton County Police Department. The recruiter calls me in one day, and she asked me to meet her in the office. And so I'm thinking, I got the job. I'm ready to go. So I called my mom on the way there, and I get into her office, and she says, I have somebody that I want you to meet. I said, fantastic. It must be the chief that's getting ready to give me a job offer. Let's do this. Let's go. And I'm sitting in her chair, and in comes Laxson, and I remember looking over my shoulder. I was like, okay, is he like a hiring person? Like what exactly? It was super weird. It looked like a blind date, so to speak, right? I was just like, what? And I remember her words. And when I got the news about Laxson, her words ring so much true. She said, I want you to meet this guy because he's just like you. He's going to be your best friend while y'all going through the academy. And she was right. She was right. Henry Laxson was indeed my best friend, right? From that day until this day, he was my best friend. Henry Laxson is a man of discipline, a man of honor, a man of valor, commitment. He's a man of humor. Persistence. He's intelligent, ambitious. He's ferocious in his goal setting and how he goes after his goals. A man on a mission, a focused man, a heroic man, a man of extreme passion, a family man, a warrior, and he has a never quit attitude. I want you to know that about him. Never quit. And it's important, extremely important that you know this. All deaths are not created equal, right? All grieving processes is not created equal. And today we get to grieve a true hero, a loving son, a wonderful fiance, and a dear friend. And so as we grieve Henry Laxson, it's important that we embody his spirit and the things that made Henry Laxson the best ever, right? I posted a status on Facebook that says, because of who Henry Laxson is, the grieving process for me, it's going to be a lot easier. It's going to be a lot easier to grieve because I'm going to remember the laughter, and I'm going to remember I'm going to cherish the memories. And one of the memories that I'll cherish is I remember one day. So if you see in your program, there's like 2 dogs right there, right? He has 2 dogs. So he calls me and he says, "Hey, I need you to help me with my dogs." Now that's a peculiar statement because I'm not a dog person. I don't hate them. I'm not. They bite me all the time. So I'm not a dog person. I'm comfortable in saying that. So he says, I need you to help me with my dogs. I said, what's the problem, buddy? He says, can you come over? When I'm watching television with my dogs, every time they see a black person on TV, they bark, right? So I said, that's an interesting problem. Oh, okay, okay. What do you want me to do about that? You know what I mean? Like, he was like, I want you to come over so I could kind of like slowly introduce them to, black people. I was, all right. That's going to be a no for me. But I was curious, I was like, well, why do you want me? He was like, well, you're the blackest person I know. You're the darkest person I know. Right? You're the darkest person I know. So I said, nah, buddy, I think that those dogs are just born to be racist, man. It's okay. That's okay. All right? So there's more to grieving than tears, guys, right? There's more to grieving than tears. Laxson loved Dairy Queen blizzards. right? So after today, I'm gonna go and get me a Dairy Queen Blizzard and sit in the car and think of my friend Henry Laxson, right? And I'm gonna grieve him that way. There's more to grieving than sadness. Laxson loved the cookout restaurant. So one of these days, I'm gonna go get me a cookout double cheeseburger with, with everything on it, with the bacon and stuff like that, and more my friend. And the purpose of me speaking is to ensure that we as a community, we grieve properly, we as a department, we as his friends, and we as his family. The answer, and guys, listen, the answer is not in alcohol, right? So nobody here needs to go turn up a bottle. Nobody here needs to go do any of that stuff. The answer is not in regrets, especially for those of us that was unseen, right? You don't need to regret anything. Everything happened perfectly, okay? You don't need to regret anything. You should have done this. You should have done that. Or even the family. I should have called. I should have said this. I should have said, no, let's not do that, okay? Let's remember and cherish the memories that Henry Laxson gave us. You know this, the answer is not in self-pity. Laxson is high drive, let's go. So it's not in self-pity and it's not in isolation. Look at the array of people here, right? Laxson is a man of family and a man of community, so we're gonna need one another to get through this, like seriously, okay? And so because of who Henry Laxson was and is, I don't plan to grieve long. I love my friend. I don't plan to grieve long. The death of Henry Laxson is not going to be the dominating thing in my life, right? So I'm not going to remember the last 5 minutes of his life. I'm going to remember the 26 years that he lived, 26 and a half years. And that's going to be the blueprint of my life. That's going to be my reference point, right? That's going to be our reference point for Laxson as we grieve him. In the words of Henry Laxson, you got this, bro. You got this. And for whatever reason, if you find that you don't got this, I got you, bro. Thank you.